What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band Innumerable Forms, entitled Punishment in Flesh. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Boston, Massachusetts, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very traditional, angry, doomy style of death metal. Yeah. There has been a lot of hype and anticipation surrounding this release, and I would say that hype is for damn good reasons. This project was primarily a one-person project formed by a guy by the name of Justin DeTore. You may know him best for his work with some very, very notable heavy metal bands that include the likes of Magic Circle and Sumerlands, but before that, he involved himself in a lot of bands from within the Boston hardcore and power violence sort of scenes. He is very much a well-known and well-regarded figure in that sort of aspect. And with this sort of solo project, he brought a lot of hard work and dedication into doing Innumerable Forms. Him doing everything, doing the vocals, doing all of the music. It was just very, very impressive stuff. Going from this project's first EP back in 2010 entitled Dark Worship, which was some seriously devastating stuff, to a split release in 2013 with a band called Blessed Awful, to back in 2016 in which we had gotten a 2-track promo showing that there was still stuff going on within this Innumerable Forms project. But since that time, this band has began to somewhat expand a little bit. It's not just a one-person project anymore. It's a full-fledged band. Justin DeTore is still doing vocals and music stuff, but he has some additional help from some friends. People from within some very awesome bands within death metal, hardcore, and so on and so forth. Mammoth Grinder, Iron Lung, Genocide Pact, and even some folks from one of his many other previous projects, the Riot Mob. It feels like a star-studded sort of affair for this new inclination of Innumerable Forms. And all of that hype up and anticipation has led to their debut full-length entitled Punishment in Flesh. It's 10 tracks, and it clocks in at around 38 minutes in length, and upon listening to this album many, many times, this honestly feels like the Incantation album that we've never heard before. This feels like something straight out of the mid-90s, early to mid-90s, and it just has that truly natural, warm, death metal sort of essence going on this release. And really, this is one of the best death metal debuts to come out of 2018. There is so much detail to attention to detail here, so much passion, so much drive, and this is just some genuinely killer music. Musically, this is just some phenomenal stuff to listen to. The guitar playing on this album is just bar none terrific. I love the riffs. I love the crazy chaoticness that comes from these riffs. When things get heavy and slow to more chaotic and fast, it's all there. It all sounds great. The solos sound great. They definitely add a little bit of their own personality to this release. I mean, listening to the title track, Purity's Demand, Recontaminated is one of my favorite tracks off of this whole record. I just love the soloing on that track. Just the overall guitar playing. Just everything feels right. It sounds great. The bass work on here is very clear and audible. Definitely maintains that same level of audible warmness that you hear throughout the majority of this album, in addition to the heavy guitar riffs that you hear being played. It just sounds so sick. I love that a lot. The drum work on here definitely makes you feel like you're listening to an old school style death metal record. The blast beats, the fills, the slow, doomy sort of stuff, it all works out very, very well here. Going to the title track, Recontaminated, the last couple of tracks on this record, like Joyless and Firmament, you just get some really top-notch drum work going on here throughout this entire album, and it really, really sounds awesome. Musically, sonically, this is just fantastic death metal. And when it comes to the vocals, it is just really top-notch to hear Justin do these types of vocal styles, because there's way way more to this guy than meets the eye. His vocal style is incredible. I love his range. I love his delivery. That very low, deep sort of guttural sound. Very well worded, very articulate, and very understandable. But yet he commands your attention with every single song that's on here. There's just something about this guy's vocal style that just makes you appreciate what underground death metal is all about, and this vocal performance here on Punishment in Flesh is really a true testament of all the hard work that he puts in for this band. So overall, easily one of the best death metal debuts to come out in 2018. This band has really, truly come a long way from what this project originally started with back in the early 2010s, and hearing this project be full and complete now with Punishment in Flesh is really, really something special. This is a genuine piece of US death metal right here. So if I had to think of any personal favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the title track, Purity's Demand, Recontaminated, Stress, Starvation, and Firmament. This whole album is a blast to listen to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can get a hold of this album and listen to it. I will leave you a link to the Profound Lore Records Bandcamp page where you can listen to this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. You can stream it, buy it digitally, and it is available physically as a CD and 12-inch vinyl. There was also a tape version, but I believe that tape version sold out rather quickly. But there's still plenty of ways to get a hold of this album physically. So again, the album is Punishment in Flesh by Innumerable Forms. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Go check this one out. And for a score, I'm going to give this a pretty strong 9 out of 10. Definitely one of the best US death metal albums to come out in 2018. If you haven't heard this album, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it. Or any of you guys into Innumerable Forms, definitely let me know. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until next time, Armijo out.